Omega-3 fatty acids are among the most well-researched nutrients for brain health, and for good reason. These essential fats, primarily DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, and EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, are critical components of brain cell membranes. They support communication between neurons, reduce inflammation, and help maintain structural integrity in aging brain tissue. But here's the deeper reality. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at synthesizing and utilizing these fats, making consistent dietary intake not just helpful, but vital for long-term cognitive protection. The brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and omega-3s are foundational to its architecture. DHA, in particular, is highly concentrated in the cerebral cortex and retina. Without it, neural signaling becomes impaired, membranes become more rigid, and the overall resilience of the brain in the face of aging declines. People often underestimate how silently this process happens. You may not feel your brain degrading in your 40s or 50s, but over the decades, low intake of omega-3s can quietly raise your risk for conditions like Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, and age-related cognitive decline. The primary dietary sources of omega-3s include oily fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, foods rich in preformed DHA and EPA. These forms are more bioavailable than plant-based omega-3s, which come mainly as ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, from foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. While the body can convert ALA into DHA and EPA, the conversion rate is extremely low, often under 5%. For this reason, while plant sources can contribute to overall omega-3 intake, they should not be the sole source, especially for older adults or those at risk for neurodegenerative diseases. There's strong and growing evidence that regular omega-3 intake not only supports everyday memory and mood but may delay or even help prevent the progression of cognitive disorders. Some longitudinal studies show that individuals with higher blood levels of omega-3s have larger brain volumes and perform better on memory tests as they age. Others suggest that people with low omega-3 levels have a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease or suffering from accelerated brain shrinkage. Still, many people fail to consume adequate amounts. The Western diet, high in processed foods and inflammatory omega-6 fats, has thrown off the natural balance between omega-3 and omega-6. This imbalance fuels inflammation in the brain, a major driver of cognitive aging and neurodegeneration. Unless corrected through deliberate food choices, this silent imbalance may slowly erode brain function, mood stability, and mental clarity over time. There are clear warning signs. Persistent low mood, trouble concentrating, and gradual memory lapses may all point to underlying neuroinflammation and omega-3 deficiency. If left unchecked, these symptoms may evolve into more serious and irreversible conditions. And unfortunately, by the time symptoms become obvious, damage may already be underway. But there is good news. Research has shown that increasing omega-3 intake, even later in life, can lead to improvements in attention, processing speed, and overall cognitive resilience. It won't reverse advanced neurodegenerative disease, but it can slow its progression and improve quality of life. For those still in midlife, omega-3s offer a powerful form of prevention, quietly defending brain tissue against the cumulative damage of aging, stress, and modern dietary shortcomings. The bottom line is simple. Protecting the brain starts at the dinner table. Aim for fatty fish at least twice a week. Include walnuts and flax seeds regularly. For those who can't meet their needs through food alone, purified omega-3 supplements, preferably with high DHA content, can be a practical fallback, but they should never be an excuse for a poor diet. The mind is your most valuable asset, and it is under constant pressure from time, stress, toxins, and inflammation. Omega-3s are not a miracle cure, but they're one of the most powerful tools we have to slow the clock, nourish our neurons, and stay sharp, stable, and resilient for the long haul. Ignore them at your own risk.